Hey, hey, it's Jose here to slay. Waveform. Hey y'all, I'm back for another video. I know you guys are looking at me like, sis. But as you guys know, there has been just a lot going on. It's just like, I don't know, the way January was set up, it was set up to make sure that I got choked out, slammed, tackled, stabbed in the stomach. That's how January felt. It felt like the longest year ever. And it's only January. So I'm glad that year is over. I said that right. I'm glad that year is over. And now we're in February, and every day is getting better. Not perfect. Not over it. But every day is getting, like, a little bit easier. I guess it's because I had, like, a really good year last year. This year feels a little bit like, hey, sis, you had too good of a year. You owe us. Like taxes would do if you kind of, like, miss something. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to what I'm actually here for. So, just the other day, somebody inboxed me and they asked me, hey, when do you think is a good time to tell a guy that you are transgender? Everybody has their opinions. Everybody feels like there's a certain time to do it. I'm going to give you mine. So, without further ado, let's get into Waveform. When I'm talking to a guy, so say that we're on Facebook and say that we're, chit-chatting and busting it up or whatever the case may be. And, we're just getting to know each other little by little, asking little questions here or just, everyday conversation. That to me, there's no flags for you to tell a person who you are or what you are or whatever the case. I feel like there's no need for it because I feel like if you just you keep telling people every time that somebody comes to you, like, I feel like it's just irrelevant. It's your business. Hold on to it until it's needed. And I feel like as soon as it's needed is when that person starts to say things like, let's meet up, or let's go here, or he starts saying things like, I want to have children with a wife, or things like that, where it's triggering that he is not sure if you are a trans woman or a cis woman. When he starts saying things along those lines to actually bring you to that place, I feel like you should say something. I always say something. I always say like, hey, I can't have children because X, Y, and Z. You understand? Because in my head, they know when they come to me. They know who I am. They know what I am when they come to me. But if they start throwing things at you to let you know that they don't know or possibly, have not kept up with that part about you, you should probably say something. Also, if you feel like it's just conversation, it is what it is in my eyes. But if, like I said, if they try to come to you and say, hey, I want to meet up with you, I want to go out to this, that, you should let that person know before you guys meet up. And I know that some girls are way more passable than other girls. I get that, and that it's fine and dandy. Some don't have the deep voice, the Adam's apple, they got all the surgeries, blah, blah, blah. I feel like, okay, but at some point, you do have to tell that person that you are transgender, that you were not born a cis woman, and getting a person, emotionally involved or falling in love with you or, seen in public can bring a lot of emotions to a straight man. It can bring a lot of emotions like, hey, you should have said something right away. And this is how some trans girls get hurt. Not saying that's the only reason, because some people just do it because of hate crimes, but a lot of the times because we're not saying anything in a decent enough a time for a person to say yay or nay. I feel like never snatch the opportunity for a person to say, I don't want to do this. You should never take that away from a person. You shouldn't go in full-fledged, give them what they want, make them fall in love, because once it becomes a heartbreak, it's like, I'm heartbroken, but yet I'm confused. Why do I love this person, knowing that this person used to be a man, or whatever the case may be? It brings too many emotions. The way men think is a little different than the way women think, trans women, whatever kind of women you have, our mentality is woman. So they think differently than us. They don't think like, oh, I'm in love, so I'm good. Like, they don't think that way. You have to give that person the opportunity to want you that bad. If a person says, no, I'm good, I'm not off of that, let them go. Because those kinds of people, you don't want to trick or make them fall in love with you, because you always will end up heartbroken. I promise you, I've been there, I've done that. I tried to hold off on saying stuff until a person fell in love. I did this. Only reason why I'm speaking on it is because I've experienced it. I've gone through it. I know exactly how it feels. But I had to put my feet in their shoes, because what if that was me? Like I said before, what if a, trans man decided to, bust it up and talk to you, and you're not into that? You understand what I'm saying? You're not into that because you like the whole thing. You like the cis male. And they're talking to you, busting it up, and then as soon as it's time for, intercourse, boom, hey, I meant to mention I'm a trans man. Like, you're already invested, you're in love. You might not get violent. Of course, it might not be as intense, because guys are a little bit more like beefy, meaty. They want to, shoot out testosterone and all that goodness and gracious. But you're going to feel some type of way. It's wrong. I feel like a person should establish those kinds of things. That's just like neither here nor there. And this is no shade to anybody. If you are HIV positive or have AIDS or anything along those lines, imagine a person telling you, after you guys had unprotected intercourse because they felt like they could trust you or whatever the case may be. Imagine being told afterwards. How would that make you feel? Now sit and ponder on that, because it's real life. It's real. It may be way more intense than what this is, but that's the feeling a person will get if you decide that you don't want to tell them something that is very vital to how they feel. Let a person make that choice. Let a person have that, have that mentality to say, you know what? This is new for me. I'm not used to this, but I want to get involved. Do not try to force it on a person just because you know that you guys are good together. You're good because they don't know everything about you. You have to lay things out on the table. I know for a fact that people probably looking like, girl, be quiet because this, and that. But at the end of the day, I honestly can say, if you let a person know straightforward, think about it, if it was you, if you let them know straightforward, people respect that more than they would. You know how many times, in the beginning when I was, a little bit younger and I was talking to guys and doing a little not catfish, but like telling them I'm a girl, my name is Julie, so on and so forth. We'll get into a story time about that, because girl, I had some ones. But back then when that was happening, I only got negativity afterwards. I never got anybody that would say, like, you know what, it's fine, like, I'm still cool. Now that I'm up for it and straight to the point, like, I always get it. I always get either, like, I'm good, I respect that you said that, we can always be cool, or I'll get, like, I'm not into that, I'm just gonna let you be, just have a good life. But I'm never disrespected after this. I'm never disrespected, because you can't be mad at a person that's honest. Imagine going out with somebody, you're on a date, candlelight dinner, kicking it, chilling. He doesn't know because you're very passable, which happens sometimes. And, you're talking and then you're like, hey, I mean to tell you, like, I am transgender. All those emotions happen and a person acts on impulse. Imagine that be that day that you lose your life because you decided not to keep that up front. That is a part of who you are. Be proud of you. Even if you got the surgeries and everything, that is something that a person needs to know, or some person wants to know, because some of these men actually want families. There are guys out there who do not care about having kids, do not care about, like the genitals. They're out there. But you cannot force everyone to feel like those types of men. You cannot do that. And women. You cannot do that. You have to be upfront, straightforward. Let these people know what's up. Either they're going to accept you or they don't. And if they don't accept you, great. Because at the end of the day, why would you be with somebody that's always contemplating if this is the right thing to do? You don't want that kind of person. You want to be with somebody that is proud to have you as a woman and or man or whatever the situation is. You want somebody that's going to be proud of you. It's very hard to come by, but everybody's not for everybody. There's only one person for everybody, as I feel. So be straightforward, be real, be honest, and I feel like that right there is the best path to take to get to where you want to be when it comes to relationships and love. Dishonesty and being deceitful, those kinds of things are horrible. Like, you don't want to, everybody always says they don't want nobody lying to them. They want somebody that's real, that tells the truth, and everybody wants the same thing. Let's be real. And you do that to a person and expect what kind of results? Worst case scenario, you get hurt or die. You understand? Best case scenario is the guy is very understanding and was like, oh, okay, that's cool, but I wish you would have told me in the beginning. That's the best case scenario, but that is never going to be the case every time. So you have to be, we have to make sure we're looking out for ourselves. Y'all cry and y'all whine and y'all see all these, trans girls getting killed and being hurt. And a lot of the times it's because of stuff like this. Avoid yourself. I'm scared. To be honest, I'm scared. I will be so scared to go and tell somebody that I'm transgender face to face. Like, I am scared. I'd rather tell them online and let them know, like, this is what it is and go from there. Anything after that is pretty much like they have time they're not going to see you. Especially if they don't know you personally or they never seen you or whatever, or you live a distance away, it makes it a little easier. So, for you to be in somebody's face and to tell them, like, hey, I'm transgender, just imagine. I like my life and I love that about myself, and I want to continue to be honest. I'm going to continue to be true to who I am, because if I'm not proud of me, who else is going to be proud of me? Okay, y'all, I just had to come to y'all, and I wanted to keep it 100% because this is not the first time I've gotten this question. It's not the second time, not the third, and I feel like it's never going to be the last. So I did want to make this video because I wanted everybody to just hear it at once. Like, this is how I feel about when is the appropriate time to tell a person that you are transgender. Just that simple. All the videos at the top, make sure you guys click on those because the past videos that you have missed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button because you will not be disappointed. Okay? Turn on your notification bell. It is down here. Turn it on, get everything that I post because my posts are on point. I just want to say that I love you guys. Be true to you. Peace.